is up? We're back on the character guide for Pyro Warriors 4. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Cat Burglar technique type Nami. I've been excited to do a video on Nami for a while because Nami's one of the few characters in this game that actually has a legitimate strategy behind using multiple form bursts instead of just, having characters who just lack strong specials and you just get the most benefit by giving them multiple. I do that with the Emperors because it just makes them faster, which is what they need, but with Nami it's a little different. So I like to give Nami different form bursts because they each serve very different, extremely different utilities. Servant is where she pops Zeus above her to rain down constant electric damage and I believe knockback as well. This is really good for when you need to clear out boss enemies. And you'll see me using Weather Egg to kind of clear through giant crowds of enemies, like lighter health enemies. As for her ult, I really just go with one that comes out faster, but the bulk of her damage is actually going to be coming from Thunder Breed tempo. This is going to be your real ult, and we'll get into that. But this is the build I like to run. I would say that you could make a solid case for using Thunder Trap instead of Fata Morgana if you really don't like the ult. And I wouldn't blame you for not liking the ult. It's not the strongest, but it does come out quick. And Thunder Trap, though it comes out quicker, has a habit of being interrupted and you get knocked out of it, making it kind of useless. So I like Fata Morgana, if nothing else, for the iframes. Other than that though, all of her other moves are kind of bad. Heat Egg is kind of just a weak charge, you can't even use it in the air. Same for Thunder Trap, by the way. If you could use Thunder Trap in the air, I would be changing my tune about it in a heartbeat, but no, you can only use it on the ground. Same for Mirage Tempo. Mirage Tempo you'd think would be perfect for an aerial. There's a time where I used to use her counter. Yeah. I'm not a hypocrite for a counter because it forces you to teleport out of wherever you were to wherever you use the counter, and that can be really annoying sometimes, to say the least. So for your skills, you're going to want your core 4 as always, your Cheat Death Force, Burst Enhancement, Hidden Resolve, Pure Strength. For Nami, I like having Concentration just because you'll be getting the most damage out of her specials. Power Overwhelming, you could probably cycle that out for honestly anything else, if you're dying a lot with her, you could always use Undying. I personally just never use Undying anymore. And it's tough to find a lot of use for any other skills with her, really. Because you're not going to be fighting a lot of giants. You're not going to be going in the air a lot with her either. So Burning Resolve and launching Enhancement are bad for her. Doesn't have a lot of smash damage at all. I want to actually see how that works for her. What do we take out? Concentration. Yeah. Naturally, you gotta use her Wano outfit for maximum effect. So, that mechanic I just did where I put a bunch of clouds over their heads and then ran away, zap them. That's her big mechanic. That's the first thing I wanted to highlight. Any attack with Nami that disperses clouds, well, that's not one of them. Seriously, so there you go. Any that disperses those clouds can be manually detonated with your heavy to do a little bit of lightning damage, knockback, and some armor damage. Now, I need to make sure I use the right one. Let's go fight Ace, real quick. Do a little demo before we get into the bread and butter for moveset. Get some iframes. Nice. This might be a kill. Or a miss. Can we hit it? Nope. That's fine. Damn it, come on now. Ace really is a pain to fight. How did he get over there though? Alright, nice. So, let's start with her light string. None of her light strings, as you'll notice, lay out clouds until the very end. So this will make her heavy strings much more useful, in my opinion. The flurry of lights just doesn't. Heat Egg does not. It's almost like an intentional miss move. It has almost no hitbox, almost no damage. We'll use it on this guy just to show it off. Barely any damage. Then we'll do our light, heavy. As you notice there, that was quick, and it put out a big grouping of clouds. We'll just detonate them again. And if you cancel out of it, you get the clouds, and then you can just quickly detonate. That's a nice little way to clear out a crowd of enemies. Light, 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 heavy. Gives you Thunder Lance. Another good close range crowd clearer. Also activate some clouds there. Light, 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 heavy. This does not activate clouds, but it does create a little bit of knock up into the air. And then a little bit of ice damage at the very end of it, but you have to keep it going for the end of it. This is useful when you're fighting bosses. And then I would say if you're ever trying to engage a group of enemies after a dash, her light, 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 heavy, not that move. Her dash, where she goes into that, and then it ends with a big group detonation. Will also detonate any of your clouds. So let me just set some up real quick. And then use the move. It should detonate these. Very nice. Although sometimes she just kills them, I guess. Now, let's use her Weather Egg to clear out this tiny army. and then you use Zeus to clear out anything with armor. So what's really good about Thunderland's tempo is that it'll basically just chip out an entire bar of armor by itself, almost every time. Her tech type grouping technique is also pretty useful when you want to use her freeze cloud. I forgot to mention that earlier. So here, we'll use it on these guys. But you have to be careful with the timing. Good bit of damage on that too, honestly. Alright, let's take down Crocodile. Oh yeah. No, thank you. How did that move hit me still? I clearly dodged it. I clearly dodged that. You saw it. Beautiful. Yeah, see? Good bit of damage on that. Let's not die, though. I'm probably dead. Maybe not, though. Saved by the tangerines? Let's go. It's been a while since I've played Nami, as you can tell. Getting chumped up by the Frankie family over here. Now, even if you get knocked out of Thunderland's tempo, the attack will still continue after a certain point. Which is really useful. That's the other thing I like about Gust's sword as her ult, is that it generates fast and it comes out fast. What else can you hate about that, really? Ooh, Whitebeard doesn't like that damage. Let's go. Oh my god, really? That's crazy. He's just chasing me. Whitebeard sees the strongest. Yeah, I don't think so, Blackbeard. That's definitely my kill. Whoa! Why? Whitebeard! Is he gonna chase me to the ends of the earth? I've usually never been chased by him this far before. That's kind of funny. Nami is like dying out here. Oh my god, Whitebeard, please. I am just a cat burglar. So Nami doesn't really have a whole lot of weaknesses on the ground. As long as you can just avoid getting comboed all day, you can just spam out her light, heavy, her lash into her lance, into her freeze cloud, into her quicker clouds, into a detonate. She's got a bag. She's got a serious bag of damage. That's a lot of enemies. I want them. That's money. Alright, but no, the bigger money is for me. For Tom, the action is the juice. Let's get the biggest money possible. Bigger than Whitebeard. Let's go. Oh, so another thing that's cool about her light, heavy, the lash part of it will knock targets, but still maintain clouds on them. So rather than keeping them all close to you, you can kind of spread the clouds apart while attacking. It's a neat little trick to have. And it's not her only trick either. Her light, her dash, which I'm failing to do because it's coming out too fast. You can cancel out of it into the Gust Sword for a good bit of engaged damage. You can also use her launcher when you have enemies cornered to kind of create that little tornado. Return quickly back to the ground. Keep them boxed in there. And as long as you're constantly switching from one form to the other, and keeping enemies as far away from Blackbeard as possible, so he doesn't steal your damn kills. Nami is honestly very slept on though. She has a lot of good burst damage. She has a lot of great ways to deal area of effect debuffs. Takes a little bit of setup, but if you have the form bursts, her setup is going to be a lot more manageable. And if you have Thunder Lance Tempo, then you'll be okay. You could honestly just put whatever you wanted. You don't even need her forms. The forms just make it extremely difficult for your enemies to stun lock you, which is usually gonna be what gets you killed otherwise. Keeps your stamina basically full, along with Hidden Resolve. And just making sure you get those detonations before your clouds disappear, because the clouds will disappear if you kill everything too fast. So it's good to spam them, you know? You don't want to set them up too much. Usually you want to have like one group of them out, and then just detonate them out of principle. You don't want to wait too long. One Piece, at the end of the day, is a game about time as well. Plus, you gotta love the Wano outfit. It's incredible. Great outfits for Nami. Not my best clear time though. Definitely not. Let's see if I can do better on this next one. At the end of the day, too, Nami's a pretty simple character because I'd hate to say it, but the fact that she doesn't have a big air game kind of prioritizes her ground game so much that you don't really end up worrying about using her aerials at all, if ever. Huh. Okay. Also, what's useful about Nami too, she has a pretty incredible dash with her Climatact. Gives her a pretty useful air dash. For some reason, her air dash is a lot better than her ground one. Lets her zip around real quick in the air. Oh man, you're gonna put me against Ace both times. Alright. Yep. Saw that. Saw that coming, and he went for it anyway. Just give me the iframes. Alright, where is he? Alright, at least we can hit him with a Thunder Lance. Nice. That might actually kill him. Yeah, buddy. Oh, we're looking good now. We're cleaning up. But we're also getting interrupted by a boulder. So if you've noticed, their light, heavy kind of has like a Captain Kid property, where if you cancel out of the tornado at the right time, the tornado will still linger a little bit, enough for you to kind of capitalize off of its hitbox while using another move, and it keeps your enemy grouped up there. Useful for comboing into your ult or your Thunder Lance, for instance. I kind of messed up the timing there, but you get the idea. The timing also does matter. Shocking. Oh, look at that. See? Even after he grabbed me out of it, and the tornado still helped out. Now, this is another useful thing about the Gust Sword. It'll also knock back any clouded enemies, and if it doesn't kill them, then you can detonate them right after to keep your combo meter. You're not your combo meter, but your actual combo, just keeping it going. Especially for these situations where you just have infinite stun lock coming at you. And you know, pose for the fun of it. The posing will do nothing other than taunt your opponents in your head. Nice. Let's go take down Whitebeard. The real storm is here, buddy. Ow. Even in-game Nami's like, why are you doing this to me, man? Please. Not like this. Oh, I'm gonna die like this, aren't I? No, I'm not. I'm just getting warmed up. All I needed was some meat. So this is what Luffy meant this whole time. Oh, is Whitebeard dead? Of course he is. I missed out on the whole fight. Honestly, the better tech type one. Ivankov is another slept on character in this game. Alright, let's go get the real money though. That Whitebeard bounty cute compared to what I'm about to do to this bounty board. Okay. Okay, let me do one thing. Thank you, good night. So one thing that her Form Burst does not do is it still makes her light combo not good. So dashing and your fundamentals of keeping a combo going on the ground are still going to be very key with her. But as you can see here, she's outputting some crazy kill counts. When I happen to find the correct combo strings. But yeah, there's not much else to the Cat Burglar. Like I was saying before, there's a few other special skills you can consider for her, like Thunder Trap. I would say would be a worthy replacement for Weather Egg or for the ult for Fata Morgana, but this is the build that I find just outputs the most consistent damage and gives you a solid kill count. Like if I were to have gotten maybe a couple kills a little bit faster, this match would have been over within the 9-minute mark, and I would have had over my average amount of kills, which is 4,500. So Nami's capable of swinging with the rest of them. She's got some pretty solid damage. Another thing that's key with her is to know when to throw in a launcher, because you don't want to put too many launchers into her combos, but the right timing on it could be like the last kind of extra gas you need to maybe crowd clear a few elites away, or to reposition yourself somewhere with an aerial dash. Nami's kind of like an exercise in using a lot of basic footwork fundamentals and positioning and timing your specials with specific combo strings so that you don't pull out Thunderbreed tempo and get interrupted. Stuff like that. Very technical character, but capable of some really fun stuff. Now, I'm going to keep up with the Straw Hat theme. The next character's guide is going to be for the Cruise Archaeologist Nico Robin. That's right. I'm going Nico Robin next video just to keep the technique type rolling, but to show off a very different division of technique types, because Robin's got some sauce too. We'll see you on the next one.